Welcome to another edition of Coffee Break Sports. I am your sports barista, Rod the Magnificent. Usually I'm your musical barista, Rod the Magnificent. And yes, I am bringing Coffee Break Sports, my Spotify sports channel, to my YouTube page here on Coffee and Beats. So this is going to be a merger podcast alert. And if you want more from Coffee Break Sports, tap those links below. You'll get all my older episodes, and so that you can get access to all the information that I have in regards coffee and sports. But I'm here on Coffee and Beats to give you that good old-fashioned sports, just to keep this page up and busy. Sports and music are my passion. I love both of them all the same, and so I'm looking forward to including this little segment into Coffee and Beats. And so please, hope you enjoy it. Make some comments down below if you like this new addition to Coffee and Beats. But welcome to the break room. Welcome to the break room. While you're in here, hit those subscribe buttons, hit the like, hit the follow, hit the bell for notifications so that you can get updates and alerts every time I post a video. So let's get right into it. What is this episode about? It is about the NFL. It is about the picks, and I got plenty of picks for you for week 3. If you want weeks 1 and 2, hit those links down below. You will get my insight. But again, I'll just brief you on how I did in week 2. My record of NFL picks for week 2 was 9-7. Ladies and gentlemen, so not a good start on the Coffee and Beats platform, but we're going to try to improve, right? We're going to try to improve. You guys watch this show to get advice on music. Now you're here to get advice on sports and what you want to do, who you're going to pick. So let's get right into it. Starting off with our Thursday night matchup, it's going to be between the Jets and the Patriots, and Aaron Rodgers gets his first win as the starting quarterback for the New York Jets, and they go on the road to face a Patriots team coming off a heartbreaking overtime loss to the Seahawks. I have the Jets in this one. I think the Jets are still the better team. The Patriots surprised everyone by beating the Bengals in week 1. They got a dose of reality last week against the Seattle Seahawks, and now I got the Jets at home. They are a 6-point favorite. I think Aaron Rodgers is going to find his groove after being off for some time now. Looks like he got a little bit of his groove back in the Titans game. I think he bounces back and he stays in a groove against this Patriots team. And now we're going to go to the 12 o'clock games. The Browns on the road against the Giants. I'm just going to keep this plain and simple. I got the Browns beating the Giants. The Browns are a 6-point favorite. I think they cover. Up next, we got the Packers on the road against the Titans. The Titans are a 2.5-point favorite at home. The Titans coming off a heartbreaking loss to the Jets. That unbelievable catch by Calvin Ridley was amazing. Makes me mad that I didn't start him this week in fantasy. But hey, we got the Packers coming off a surprise at-home win against the Colts. I had to pick the Colts in that one because I felt they were without Jordan Love. But it looks like they're going to go with a heavy dose of run game here. I think the Titans will finally get their first win. They played a couple of nail-biting games to start off the season. I think they finally get over the hump and win a close game against the Titans. Up next, we got the Chargers going on the road to play the Steelers. The Steelers have won 2 in a row with Justin Fields as their starting quarterback. The Chargers look very impressive with their smash mouth football approach, and they're going to bring it to the Steelers. I think this is going to be a bloodbath, ladies and gentlemen. 2 teams with 2 very good defensive front lines, and 2 teams with quarterbacks who, one, can sling it at any point in time. I think Justin Herbert is the perfect quarterback for an offense like this because even though it's a run-heavy offense, he can make any throw he wants when needed. So I think that's a perfect combination for success in San Diego. The Steelers have kind of the same formula. They have a very good defense. They have Justin Fields who can make the right dynamic plays at the right time with his feet. And yeah, Justin Fields not going to be a 4,000-yard passing quarterback. Let's just get that straight, all right? Justin Fields is what he is at this point. And that's what the Steelers are accepting him for, and that's why the Steelers are successful so far with a 2-0 record. Yes, he's not blowing you through the roof with fantastic stats, but he's getting the W's, and that's all that matters. I got the Steelers at home. They're a 1-point favorite. I think this matchup is going to come down to a 3-point field goal victory, and I think the Steelers will win by a field goal. Up next, we got the Texans on the road against the Vikings. The Vikings coming off a very impressive victory over the 49ers. They might not be with Justin Jefferson, if I'm not mistaken, as of this recording, so we'll see what happens. But I got the Texans in this one just because Justin Jefferson might not play in this game. The Texans coming off a very shaky performance against the Chicago Bears last Sunday, but they were able to squeak out a victory, and now they go on the road against a Vikings team that I'm going to continue to doubt until they prove me wrong. And I got the Houston Texans in this one. They are a 2-point favorite. Up next, we got the Eagles. Actually, we got the Bucks going up against the Broncos at home. I got the Buccaneers in this one. The Broncos haven't shown me nothing yet. The Colts at home against the Bears. I think this is a get-right game for the Bears. I think they bounce back. DeForest Buckner is out. So that takes away that pass rush that the Colts might have to rely on to beat the Bears. This is a perfect game for the Bears to get their running game going. I think they need to figure out their rotation as far as their running backs go. I think Roschon Johnson needs to get more playing time and play more north-south and not east-west. And I think if the Bears do that, I think they'll be successful against this Colts team that's very vulnerable at this point. Quarterback play of Richardson has left a lot to desire. I think Caleb Williams gets his first touchdown, career touchdown, as a Bears quarterback in this game. And I think Caleb Williams will bounce back. I know there's a lot of flack going on about that video that surfaced of him and CJ Stroud, and people are accusing, Caleb of not listening to CJ Stroud's advice during his little bro moment. And CJ just came out and said, hey, I wasn't trying to little bro him. I was just trying to get him some advice. And I think people need to pump the brakes on this Caleb Williams hate that's going on all of a sudden. I think it's easy to pick on a player when they're losing, their demeanor and things of that nature. I saw the same thing with Cam Newton when he was playing. And so I think Caleb will be all right. He will be all right. I think he will bounce back in this game and get his first touchdown. And not only that, get a couple more touchdowns in this one. I'm predicting a 2 to 3 touchdown game from Caleb Williams. And I think the Bears go on and win this one. The Bears are a 1-point underdog in this one. I think they cover that. Up next, we got the Eagles on the road against the Saints. This should be a good one, but the Saints look so dominant right now. I don't know if the Eagles can hold up. I just don't know. I mean, they couldn't beat the Atlanta Falcons at home. And now they got to go on the road against a dynamic offense all of a sudden. Derek Carr is looking like Drew Brees out there all of a sudden. Alvin Kamara all of a sudden is turned back into a Pro Bowl style running back. Man, the Saints look like they could be a favorite to come out of the NFC so far. And I know it's early. The verdict is still out. But I got the Saints winning this one. The Saints are a 3-point favorite. Now let's get to our 3 o'clock games and go through this real quick. We got the Seahawks at home against the Dolphins. Give me the Seahawks on that one. The Seahawks are a 4.5-point favorite. The Dolphins are going to be having some question marks at quarterback. They're a total disaster right now early in the season. I got the Seahawks. The Panthers on the road against the Raiders. I got the Raiders in this one to cover easy. Very impressive win by the Raiders, by the way, last week on the road against the Ravens. They are a 5-point favorite. I think they cover that. The 49ers are on the road against the Rams. The Rams are fool's gold me, man. I mean, I thought the Rams were going to be better than what they displayed. The Cardinals mopped the floor with them last week. Really easy. And Kyler Murray looking like his old version of himself. Cardinals look promising. But I got the 49ers coming off a tough loss to the Vikings, and they're going to take all their anger and frustration out on this Rams squad. Then we got the Cardinals, man, at home against the Lions. I got the Cardinals. I'm drinking the Kool-Aid, man. I'm drinking the Kool-Aid. The Cardinals are a 3-point underdog. I'm going to take the Cardinals and the points on this one. On the road, the Cowboys at home, actually, against the Ravens. The Ravens, oh my goodness, coming off a heartbreaking loss. And now they have a tough Cowboys team, which we don't really know. There's an identity crisis here in Dallas. So I don't know what's going to happen, but I got the Ravens bouncing back and getting their first win against the Cowboys. They are a 1-point favorite. Now to our Sunday night game, we got the Chiefs going up against the Falcons on the road. Falcons coming off a very impressive come from behind victory over the Eagles after the Saquon Barkley blunder, which again, listen, Saquon Barkley, get off the man's back. I mean, without him, the game wouldn't have been that close. Here they are. They're going to be at home against a Chiefs team that's not 100%. They are limping into this game with losing Pacheco. They have question marks at running back. Mahomes hasn't been Mahomes, but he wasn't Mahomes last year. The Chiefs are at a point to me, they're like, hey, let me know when they make the playoffs. That's where I'm at with the Chiefs. But I think the Chiefs lose this game on the road against the Falcons. The Falcons are a 3-point underdog. I think they cover. And up next, we got the Monday night games. Last but not least, we got the Jaguars on the road against the Bills. I got the Bills winning this one. The Bills are way more impressive than a lot of people think. I told people Bills are a sleeper team because many people just basically counted them out after they lost all those weapons. But that defense looks legit. Josh Allen looks like he has changed his whole mindset and how he's gone about quarterbacking. He's spreading the ball out. He's not logging on to one receiver. He's getting the whole team involved. The running back position is on fire. I think the Bills come out on top, and they are a 5-point favorite. And then last but not least, we got the Bengals at home against the Commanders. Give me the Bengals for this one to get their first win. I'm not worried about the Bengals 0-2 start. They'll bounce back. They'll be a playoff contender in the near future of this year, barring Joe Burrow stays healthy and Jamar Chase stops blowing games for them. But those are my picks, and I'm sticking to them. I am your sports barista, Rod the Magnificent, covering all things sports. Thanks for joining me here in the break room. And when it comes to sports, when it comes to coffee, stay grounded for life. I'll see you guys on the next episode, whether it's Coffee and Beats or Coffee Break Sports. I'm out. Peace.